made a very vital point. You know, the truth be told, if you stayed in Port Harcourt very well, you will know that Port Harcourt also has access to the seaport. You have once you get to One, once you pass Aleto and all those sites, going to Eleme, going to One, you will find out that operations go on and on, even from Articles Fen, you know, and other oil wells there. I think, you know, it's the monotony we're talking about. Having everything to deal with Lagos, from the international airports. Most people who are flying out of the country go through that route. Most people who are also bringing in things, you're importing cars, you're importing all sorts of stuff, it has to be Lagos. If you have these things in different locations, Warri, what do you call it, Onitsha, no, even Warri is even closer. From Warri you can do your business, Kaduna, Kanu, and then Port Harcourt, most importantly. You can have access. It makes the pressure in Lagos reduce. It brings business down to these sites. You understand? So, you know, it's a very valid point that, you know, if we have these things, you know, made up in other states, why not? More revenue for the states, more job opportunities for those states, more trusted clients. You wouldn't have to be far away to make orders, you know, down to where you reside. So it's a 100% valid point for me.
Thank you.
Add to what my guy here said. See, government is not rocket science. It is simple. Now, as much as there is pressure, what is at play here? What is the problem of government here is the politics behind government.
Fact.
See, these men are not out here to make our lives better. They are there to make their life. Now, I'm not going to say every one of them. There are a few people who has genuine intention for the country. Now, if a man like this, who has no experience in government, is telling you that there is, see, Lokoja and the rest you mentioned and even none. See, do you know you could build a dream, you could dredge the Imo Sea? You have, aside dredging, there's Port Harcourt, there is Calabar, there's Akwa Ibom, there's Warri. See, you're complaining about Lagos. These people are strategically moving everything to Lagos to keep power at a location. You don't know this because you are just jumping at, you think it's rocket science for the federal government to issue or these people, state governments to work on, and then Port Harcourt, this thing is functional, or the shipping in Calabar is functional. You think it's hard? Do you know how many billions we spend? And then somebody comes here to defend this government and everything, and I look at this person and say, what is all this nonsense? Do you think they are here to make your life easy? They're here to make to enrich. Why do you think they don't have anything here? They're always outside. So please, nobody should tell me anything. See, it is simple. If we want to even make everywhere good for Nigeria, it is very easy. Now, in terms of Lagos State, it is easy to even decongest Lagos State. With that, tell me just one thing. Just build a port. Just do a seaport in Calabar. Watch me. I bet you, half of the businessmen you see in Lagos will disappear. It is simple. So please, let's just proceed. I don't have anything to answer.
For that particular question, in Nigeria, we have different levels of government. We have the federal government, we have the state government, and we have the local government. And every of these have different responsibilities. There's a concurrent list, there's an executive list, and there's a residual list, right? It will interest you to know that the Apapa port is not managed by Lagos State. It is under the responsibility of the federal government. Lagos State government is not making any dime from Apapa. Any dime. But hold on, I'm going somewhere, right? It is the interest of Lagos State that this thing is in our state. We have to maintain it. These are facts. Opinion is free, but fact is sacred. Right? If you want to say an opinion, say an opinion, but fact, you cannot deny the fact. Hold on. Hold on, these are facts now.
No,
hold on. I didn't stop you when you were speaking. Hold on. Right? It's not managed by, it's just basically maintained by Lagos State. Let's talk about the international airport. You said everything is in Lagos. International airport, people want to go, is Lagos. You are a businessman. Will you set up a branch somewhere that you only have one person that's going to patronize you? Let's even talk about the local airport. Hold on. about the local airports. Hold on. I'm going somewhere. Let's talk about the local airports. How many local airlines are going to different states? All the 13 states in Nigeria. How many? Why are they selecting some specific states? Recently, IP stopped going to some locations. And, you know, the fare price became very, very expensive because they restricted to only some locations. All the international airports, British Airways, you know, Air Kenya, we dare not say because there are people that are in maybe other states and say that they want to now establish their protocols in that place. These are common sense that we can, as human beings, as business owners and entrepreneurs, we can wait and judge. K went to Port Harcourt. How many places has K decided that he wants to go because he wants to establish KIK's community in that place? Hold on, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. Hold on. He will not intentionally just decide that he wants to go to a state if he doesn't see that there is a level of followership. And he did not just wake up and decide to go to Port Harcourt. These are practical things. Hello.
Like I said, you don't get the full picture.
Okay.
Now when I spoke about government, you gave me the point from an entrepreneur. Of course, as an entrepreneur, if I want to do business, I go to where the population is much. I'm telling you something that see, you don't understand what federal government power is. I'm telling you, it takes only a decision from today, and everything you see in Lagos will split. See, you just said something about who manages Lagos Airport. You said a lot of people do this. Can I tell you that almost all the oil companies are not even in Lagos, but their headquarters are in Lagos? Yes. These are political and strategic powers at play. And you are telling me about entrepreneurs' perspective. We're talking about the general good of everybody, government.
You're coming from one side.
Speaking from a place as somebody who wants to just do business and benefit for myself. We're speaking from a place for everybody benefits.
New jobs are created.
All that is happening in Nigeria is simple. It is the politics in this government that is destroying everything. And that's it.
P2B said something that we consume a lot, right? And we don't really produce. So I'm going to trace everything. We consume a lot. Where the things we consume, where is it coming from mostly? It's coming from Lagos State. Lagos was originally meant to contain less than 3 million people. Today we have over 20 million people in Lagos. That's population bomb. Why? Because everything comes from Lagos. Gadgets come from Lagos. Cars come from Lagos. You are importing food materials, it comes from Lagos. Seaports, everything. So naturally, people will navigate towards the area that has much traffic. So what we are all saying is, if we can decongest the economic factors in Lagos that are making people to come to Lagos into other areas, people will naturally disseminate to those areas. So you don't need a lot of business entrepreneurial mindset or anything. So let's say we take out some of the attentions in Lagos, and we channel it to Calabar, we channel it to, let's say, Akwa Ibom, to Port Harcourt, to other places, and open up these places. You see that private individuals will now go to those other places and set up their businesses. And when they're setting up their businesses, you see people building things there, innovation happening in those places, infrastructure development happening in those other areas, and it decongest Lagos. So when someone graduates from university, you are not thinking you want to go to Lagos because there's a lot of money there. We might decide to go to either Port Harcourt or Calabar or any other place that have these things. So we are not saying that it is just because there's the business idea. There is nothing in Lagos that makes Lagos spectacular or unique. It is just that seaport and the concentration of all the economic powers in that seaport. That is why it's that way. So that's what we're saying.
We actually talk about the solution without bringing personal sentiment to it. We had a PDP president.
Okay.
A Southern, sorry please. Sometimes I ask the question, who changes things? We had a Southern president. He didn't change. He didn't change anything. We had a Northern president. He didn't change anything. Now we have a Western president, and we are saying it's about this party, and it's about policies in this party. So who changes things? If it's sorry, please, I'm coming. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying, please. You can have your opinion. The question I'm answering is who changes things, because we've had people in different parties from different areas that are actually not changing things. So are we not saying what's the power in Lagos now? Who is coming to change things? Because these people are doing the same thing. So that's what I'm saying. People will see, if you change it today and still put pot in Port Harcourt, some people will still not leave Lagos.
Okay.
Ports in Port Harcourt. There's ports. It's just that even when you are shipping your stuff, they will ask you, where do you want it to be shipped to? You can decide where. There's even in Kaduna, there's dry port in Kaduna. If you want your products to be delivered there, they will deliver it to the place. Now, come and get. I will tell you why people will prefer Lagos. Hold on. Why people will prefer Lagos? Because there's more manpower and there's easy accessibility for all of them. What is Calabar Coastal Highway trying to do? That's the same thing this Calabar Coastal Highway is trying to do, to expand the country, but you are impatient as Nigerians to wait for the result and you keep complaining. And everything. And let me tell you, this thing has been happening from the previous government till now. Why haven't you guys put the same energy and everything to the previous government? Why this government? I am not saying that this government is doing. What I'm saying is this government doing their best? Probably not. They could have done better, but they are actually doing something. Don't say there's nothing happening in this government. They are actually trying their best.
Okay, thank you.
Line of what my friend Lade just said, Salim. I agree with him 100%. The truth is that there are ports almost everywhere in Nigeria, and importers just believe that, oh, we want to go to Lagos. For obvious reasons, you find most of the things you want in Lagos, and so it's not the fault of the government.